Next year, Playing Brothers proposed budget. Now, it has not been passed yet. Our fiscal year is July 1 to June 30. So the proposed budget will be around $350,000. That's what it costs us to do the program. You take $350,000 divided by 86 teens. We have 86 teens in the program this year. Last year we had 70. We've gone up by 16, which is crazy, and we're really like maxed out. I mean, we are maxed out with that. So when you take that, you divide it, what it actually is per teen is $4,069.77. Now, obviously, that's not the program fee. The program fee is $2,000. So to give you a sense of what that breaks down to, so at a budget of $350,000 for all of the business and math fabulous people in the room, there is, we have the program fees plus the scholarship fund. Not all of our teens are on full, or paying the full amount, and that is great. We love that. That would equal a total of $172,000. So the leftover $178,000 is funded through individuals, fundraisers like Heartbeat, the Theater Experience, Night of Gratitude, products, the CD, the cookbook, the children's book, etc., grants, foundations, and corporate. So that's how that works. That's how our budget works. We want to make sure we're being really transparent about that. Everybody understands. So to give you an idea, comparison, this was fascinating when I was doing this, absolutely fascinating. So if you were taking private piano lessons for 10 months at 20 hours total, it'd be $1,000, $50 a lesson, right? If you're doing tennis lessons, it's 10 months, let's say you're doing it for 10 months, a total of 40 hours, it's $1,800, 45 a session. For a YMCA summer camp, it's 1 week, 80 hours total, $1,700, which is $21.25 an hour. For PFO, if you're an average teen, it's 10 months, 161 hours total. Teens receive 50 hours, or I think this year it's 49 hours at the leadership, or at the annual retreat alone. That's 49 hours. At 2,000 is $12.42. For our leadership parents, if you are a parent of a co-chair, they actually put in a total of 244 hours. Now, another 50 of that is the leadership retreat, right? Because it's like a 4-day retreat. If you are a small group leader, it's even more than that, which means that that final number is less than that. And if you're co-presidents, it's probably like 2 cents an hour. It's absolutely crazy. And all of that is important, right? It's a great way to give people a sense of, what does this look like broken down by the hour in terms of direct contact hour, but more importantly is what your teen is experiencing during those hours. That's the key. So during those hours, your teen is experiencing a safe space of supportive, positive peers. That's huge. When I talk to parents over and over again, they're always talking about who are my kids hanging out with? Who's their social group? That's really important at this age. You all know that. It's really important. And this group, safe, supportive, positive. They're practicing gratitude all the time, which is amazing. A dramatic increase in self-confidence. For our returning teens, we have 50 returning teens this year. How many of you can self-report an increase in a dramatic increase in self-confidence? Every single one of them. It's unbelievable. The incredible adult role models, we get the best of the best. We really do. That's really important. The people who work with your kids are important. The teaching of the 4 A's, attitude, acceptance, accountability, and action. Empowerment that Carlos was talking about, right? Self-awareness, responsibility, compassion, leadership, perspective shifting. It's a big one, perspective shifting, team building, and much, much more. And then, of course, the power of giving back to others and being in service to the community. So, I am so proud that in the 13-14 season, 62.5% of our teens received scholarship dollars, either partial or full. And that's awesome. That's awesome. The way that we've given you a reference this year, if you're going to request scholarship support, is the YMCA model. So they say, and it's all in your packet, they say if you have, this is for one kid, if you have one kid, then there's this whole formula. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy formula. If you're making between this and this, that's the yearly amount, which that would be your monthly payment. And it's suggested. What we also understand is that you've got kids in college. You've got elderly parents. There are extenuating circumstances, which we completely understand. It's really important that everybody knows that we are a need-blind organization. You're sitting in here and we've not asked anybody on what you can or can't do, because that's not important to us. But we want to make sure that we're clear in terms of the fine line between paying what you can and having a guideline as to what that might look like for you, depending on your family circumstances. So to make that super easy, you can pay monthly, twice a year in July and November, or once a year in July. The scholarship fund is going to be supported. So essentially, if it's $172,000, right, is what we're doing, whatever we do program fee-wise, the remainder becomes our scholarship fund. Does that make sense? So that is funded by two main things: our annual campaign in November, and then through major donors. PFO has been very fortunate. When people really hear our story and really understand the scope of what we're doing, it's unbelievable the support that pours out. Unbelievable, it's really amazing. So if you do an amount, any amount over the $2,000 program fee, if you are in a position to do that, if you have a family foundation, if you have ideas about that, anything over that is a gift and would be considered tax deductible. So the next steps around that, discuss as a family what you're able to contribute, receive your JOT form via email, that'll be from Madison, complete the information in the scholarship request, and then make that first payment in July. Again, it is so important to us that everybody understand it is one of our A's is acceptance, right? And that requesting this scholarship is important to us, and important that we remain an open, accepting, diverse organization where everybody is welcome, regardless. And I love that about what we do. So.